Hey friend, we're going to paint this patchwork carrot. Thanks for watching the replay, because I'm sure you are here, not live. You don't see that little red box, that means you're watching my replay. So let me know, type hashtag replay, help me out. So we're going to paint this little carrot that I drew out a couple of days ago, and I wanted to paint it. You can get the SVG for it. So if you have a laser and you want to cut one yourself, type SVG26 and you can grab the SVG. Type template 26, you can grab the template if you don't have a laser and you want to use a saw. When you hop on, say, hey, let me know that you're here. I got my lunch, a little tuna, mayonnaise, dill pickle relish, and some pepper, saltine crackers, and my husband's leftover Coke. Don't tell him. Okay. So we're going to paint this carrot. Blanks are on the website too if you want to grab a blank. And wash paint. Okay, I'll put a picture of like my drawing on here, but I like to paint it. I want to paint the actual thing. You know what I'm saying? I need to paint the board. So I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm just going to start right here. We're going to do like a orangey color for this middle section right here. The lines are already etched on there for you. Hey Paula, you don't like tuna? Oh girl, I love some tuna. I do 2 packs. I buy the not in the can. I do the little packs. Listen, I like chicken salad too. Depends on who makes it and how it's made. My favorite is chicken salad chick. That's my favorite chicken salad. But, I mean, listen, you'd think with me eating this tuna I would be skinny, but I ain't. Hey Denise, I know, I'm so glad the sun is out because it was kind of yucky earlier this morning. My kid was like, I don't want to drive in this weather. I was like, well, you better not be speeding. You better drive slow. So it's always scary when you got teenage drivers and they're driving in bad weather. So, and I don't like the fact that it's still dark when he goes to school either, which is weird. And my oldest one has to drive an hour to work, and it's always dark when he drives because he has to be there so early. All right, so I'm doing this section. I'm just sort of following the example that I had online that I picked, but this patchwork like trend is so much fun. Like I did a heart back for Valentine's Day. I'm just gonna kind of probably do one for every season. Is that crazy? Maybe. I don't know. By the time Christmas gets here, it might not even be popular. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours away. Good night. We just got one here in Spartanburg in South Carolina, like close to me. So it's about 20 minutes from me. I don't go very often, but I do like it. All right, so we got the orange. This is gonna stay plain, and then I'm gonna lighten this up with just a little bit of white to do the next one. This white comes out so fast. These stinking honey bottles. I try to not use too many brushes because, listen, let's be honest, I've probably got 200 brushes that need washing right now. We'll get it done eventually. Probably got more than that, honestly. I use them until then I'm like, I don't have any more brushes left that are any good. I need to wash. All right. I'm doing like a little pastel-y. I'm trying to keep oranges and yellows, like a little coral color. I'm gonna do that with the flowers down here a little bit later. Okay. So there's that. I will put this video on my YouTube channel a little bit later. So, hey Katrina, I see you watching. That's my son's girlfriend. Let me get a bite of tuna, let me get a little, what is that? What is this? Oh, it's what was in my dill relish. I was about to flip out because it kind of looked like a bug exoskeleton. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. It was just a little pepper that's in my relish. So good. Tuna on a saltine cracker. Telling y'all, you don't know what you're missing, Paula. You don't know what you're missing. Okay. Next, let's do the yellow. Because these two are wet. Let's do yellow. I think I'm gonna kind of do this like golden color. Most of the colors that I use are from Hobby Lobby. Anita's, they don't make it anymore. But I use Hobby Lobby's house brand, Crafters Collection. Great. Shout out Hobby Lobby. So, that's just my go-to. I use it when I do classes and I like it. So, that's what I use. Okay. I'm going to do this more the golden color, and then I'm going to lighten it up on that one with a little bit of white. And I'm going to paint directly over the flowers etched on here just to be able to see them. I love this little carrot. I love to decorate with carrots for spring. I don't know why. I mean, I don't eat them or nothing. But I do like to decorate with them. I have some little carrots that go on my coffee table. My dog grabs them and messes them up. He's done messed one of them up. I used to have 3, now I only got 2. Imagine that. Okay. So then I'm going to take a little bit of white. Listen, I'll use 50 million cups. All right, and I'm just going to mix a little bit of this in there with it to lighten it up. I'm going to do like a checked like gingham pattern up here, but I want this to be a lighter yellow. I'll come back and do all the little patterns on it a little bit later. Biggest thing is I just want to color block it and get it painted in first. Katrina, you don't got school today? You off today? Or are you in between classes? That might be a little too light, but we're gonna go with it because I'm actually gonna add a darker like pattern in there with like some yellow and actually maybe orange. So I think the light will be okay. I think it'll be fine. We're going with it. Good thing about paint is you screw it up, you can paint over it. You know? Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. So there's that. Let me get some Cokes. I'm going to do several different shades of green up here. And let's see. This is going to be like a coral color, and this is going to be like a really pale orange. So I think I might end up needing to make this like a lot paler of an orange. So I'm going to steal some of this white. Listen, I'm like a little mixologist down here with all these colors. I just be throwing stuff together, you know? If it don't turn out like I like it, I'll just paint over it. It is what it is. Now on this, on my like digital drawing that I did, I added like these little like stitching marks. I didn't put those on the blank only because I didn't know somebody may not want those. And if you want to add them, you can. I'm going to add them on here, but I just didn't put them on the blank because somebody may not want them. I gotta find some coral, or I'm gonna have to like mix up some coral. How do we mix up coral? Good question. We're gonna do a little orange and white. I'm gonna steal a little bit of this, and then we're gonna use some red or pink. Let's do pink. This is just some leftover paint that I have. Let's see what we get here. Might be a train wreck. Oh no, that looks good. That looks good. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, I'm gonna paint over these because I'm gonna come back later and paint over my flowers. It's just easier than trying to like paint around the lines. That gets on my nerves. So I can see where my flowers are with the etching, and I can come back and paint them whatever color I want to. I'm actually gonna paint them white, but so I might have to do a couple coats, but I'd rather do that than try and paint around lines and take forever. Normally I have the TV on and when I'm painting, but I said I'll go live today. Oh, somebody said something. Watch that tuna taste. Oh gosh. Hey Kevin, what you been doing? I ain't seen you in a hot minute. I don't get on live too much anymore. All right, so we've got the base for all of those ready to go. Let's do the green, okay? And then while those dry, so that's what our carrot's looking like so far. It's gonna have cute patterns on it. Just, you know, trust the process, friends. Trust the process, okay? All right, so let's do my green. So I wanna do like this sagey kind of green that I have here. One of my sage greens looks gray. I don't know. It has a weird look to it when I paint it. And then I'm gonna do kind of like a, all my paintballs are clogged, by the way. Story of my life. This sage right here just kind of has a gray tint to it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of green to it, make it look a little more green. I don't know. Let's see. Let me put a little green in that. See what it does. But I like this sagey green color. I'm about that. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I may not use that darker one. I may just use this one and just regular green. So let's do, this one has got some little polka dots on it. We're gonna do it, this is actually like a chalk paint. Somebody gave me a bunch of chalk paint, or maybe I bought like a sellout of somebody's chalk paint one time years ago, and I'm still using it. Like literally, I think I bought like a whole collection of like old, they were just trying to get rid of it, and I was like, I'll take it. And I have used it for probably the last 5 or so years. And I still have plenty of paint left. It's crazy with so many bottles of paint. It's actually not even bottles, it was jars of paint. Okay, so there's kind of like that. You're working? Or you're making fun of me saying I'm working. Listen, I'm always working. Trust me. Always working. Okay, I want to make like a limeish, a lime green, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one. I think this might be a good color. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah, that'll look good with the yellow. That'll kind of work good with the yellow. I don't know what that is. Dried up paint. So let's keep that brush there. I just lay my brushes down everywhere. Let's do this for, let me find a better brush. That one. Okay. Listen, you ain't gonna come up on my live talking no smack, okay? Don't be up on my live talking no smack. Okay. So I'm going to do that one, that color green, and then I'm gonna use like this, probably just like this straight green right here. I'm going to use it next. Let me see. Do I want to use that? I don't know if it's quite dark enough. Let's see. I think it'll work. Let's just paint it and see what happens. I can always darken it up if it looks crazy once I get it painted on there. I think it'll be a good, I just want it to be a contrast. I want it to, like, you be able to tell that it's a different color. So, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Boom. Okay. Oh, darn it. There we go. Okay, and then this one is going to be like a really pale, I think I'm going to take this color and lighten it up with some white to make a lighter shade that don't squirt out too much white paint on me. Okay, so I'm going to take this same brush and just mix it up because honestly, why do I need to dirty another brush? Is that light enough? I don't know, I think it needs to go a little lighter. A little lighter. I think that might work. I almost feel like it needs like a touch of like brown in it. Like to be, no, maybe not. Let's do it. This is my creative process and I normally talk to myself, just so you know. I'm good at talking to myself. I mean, I'm pretty smart in my own brain. You know, not really, but I think I am most days. So why not talk to myself, you know? All right. And any place where I might get out of the lines just a little bit, I'll go back and, you know, fix all that. So, like right there. Let's see. And do I have that color? No, I don't, because I mixed it. Imagine that. Yep, I did. But I got some bottle right here. The bottle. So let's touch that up. And then let's touch up that. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna blow dry this right quick because I need to make sure it's dry before I start working on my patterns, okay? Some of them are gonna say like just plain, but some of them are gonna have patterns on them. Hey, Brittany. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in a few months. Need another bite. My tuna gonna dry out because I ain't getting to eat it while I'm painting. And I hope I got enough crackers because my tuna, my cracker to tuna ratio may be a little off today because I didn't get a whole one. I hear you, Kevin. I hear you. There's one thing I can tell you. Kevin can't keep me straight. I could assure you that. I have to keep him straight most of the time. All right, I'm gonna blow dry this right quick. Okay, so these polka dots, I'm gonna do like a darker, it's kind of like a darker coral color, I guess you could say, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. So I'm gonna mix up almost like a little bit more of a pinkish coral. I might end up adding a little bit of brown to it. I don't know, we'll see. I just want to make sure that it is a little bit darker. Oh, I could actually put a little bit of this in there. Let's do this. I got some leftover paint from something. Let's stick that in there. This little plum color. I think I like that. That gives it a different shade. I just used my leftover coral paint, and but this brush will not be working for that. So we need a little round brush to paint in circles. Of course, you can use like a little sponge dabber. You know, when they're smaller, you can use the tip of your brush handle, but these are a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna paint them in the lines best I can. Bye, Kevin. Okay, so let's paint those in. Yeah, that matches. It doesn't match the coral, but it just kind of coordinates with that coral a little bit. I'm trying to sort of keep the color scheme in the same families of color. I think that makes it look better. All right, and if I have a spot where I'm like, you know, I probably could add like an extra one on there, like right here, I can go in and put like a little half circle where there's not a circle if you feel like you need one. Because, you know, sometimes you might need to add a few extras. I'm going to do that there. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. Next, let's do these flowers. I think I'm going to do like this orange color. Do I have any of that? Well, no, I don't, because I mixed it. But that's fine. We'll just put a little squirt in there. We don't need much. And let me get a small brush that I can paint those in with. I don't like that brush. Let's see here. As I said, I really need to wash my brushes bad. I don't like that one either. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so let's do these orange to kind of tie in with that big piece of orange up there. And I'm gonna just paint right over the center just because I can come back with a paint pen and put the center in. So I'm just gonna paint the whole flower, and I'll come back and add that center in a little bit later. So I'm just gonna trace around the edge with my brush. Okay. And I also want to take a minute to plug my membership group, shameless plug. If you are not in there, you need to be. So if you like painting, there's so much stuff in there. It's like, I can't even tell you all the stuff that's in there. Well, I can, but like, I mean, so if you are just wanting to paint, it's a great group because I do painting tutorials each month if you're wanting to learn how to paint on all the things, and also just learn to paint better because you're getting lots of practice every month. If you want to take your paintings and make money off of them, we go over that with some business training. And also we do I have Bible journaling pages in there. There's over 100 in there right now that you get access to, and I add new ones each month. I add 4 new ones each month. There's canvas tracers, so if you're like, I like to paint on canvas, but I don't know what to paint, you can go in there and there's tons of templates in there, and I add 4 of those each month. And I also have SVG files in there as well, so you can grab, if you have a laser or you don't have a laser and you just, you know, use a saw, I have SVGs and templates in there too. So it's a lot. It's a huge and robust group that has so much information in it that that has something for everybody. So if you're interested in that, type girl 2026 and I'll send you all the info on it. We have a lot of fun over there. So, you know. Let's do this white. Do I need another cup to put paint in? Yep, probably do. So let's put a little white paint there and get me a brush to do my flowers here. This is gonna be so cute. I'm gonna try to do like a little gingham sort of pattern up at the top in that yellow section on the top of the carrot. And I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use this sagey kind of green for the leaves on this one. On these flowers here. To pull in a little bit of that sagey green color, because I'm obsessed with that color. Again, I'm just painting right over the top of the centers of the flowers because I can put those in either with paint or a paint pen after the fact. These are probably gonna need 2 coats, which is fine. Not a big deal. Okay. The edge blanks make it so much easier for you to paint in the lines. And of course, if you're like, I want to change something on there, you just paint over it. It's fine. You don't have to follow those lines, but it gives you a starting point. Okay, so I'll do another coat of those in a little bit. I'm gonna let them dry after I get a bite of tuna. I mean, I should be skinny eating this tuna. I mean, 1 meal of tuna, I should at least drop 5 pounds, right? In my dreams. Wishful thinking. Okay, so let's do that sage color for the flowers, leaves here. These little football shapes. These might also need 2 coats, which is fine. There we go. I have been on the struggle bus all this week with I know, right? I normally am a Dr. Pepper girl, but I like I just was like, I didn't want to drink sweet tea, so I was like, I'm gonna drink my husband's leftover Coke. I'm not normally a Coke person, but I mean, I'm drinking it. And honestly, I don't even have to have soft drinks. I can do without soft drinks. I mean, occasionally I like them if I'm eating like a burger or something, but I can technically do without them. But every once in a while, I do like a good soft drink. But, I mean, and I don't have a problem drinking water either. So, fun fact, I used to be a bodybuilder, so I know what to eat and I know what I shouldn't eat, but do I do it now? No, I don't. Let's work on that section. So I'm going to use a flat brush that's kind of the width of what I want my print to be. So I'm going to start with, I kind of think I need to use that as like my let me do this. Let's use this color. It's like the first color. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use my paintbrush is like the width of the lime. And I'm not trying to make it like perfect. Y'all know me. I just be slapping that paint on, you know? Perfection is overrated. So that dang Coke is making me like burp. All that carbonation. Okay, so I've got like my little checks on there. Let me hold it up so you can kind of see it. Thanks, Regina. Okay. My sweet friend Regina over at Kitchen Confetti. She's the best. She's so precious. Okay, so let that dry. Let's flip it over. Oh, thanks, Penny. I don't go live often just because I'm usually more of like a Reels girl or painting. That way I don't have to worry about like doing all the things while I'm trying to paint. So like, you know, because sometimes I get in the zone and I just won't even be talking and people be like, well, she's boring because she don't talk. But I just get in the zone. And honestly, people that do lives all the time, props to y'all, because I struggle to do lives all the time. I love seeing I love talking to people and all the things, but all right, I'm going to use my brush handle to do my polka dots for this carrot because they're a little tiny. And there's a bunch of them. And that gives me nice little round circles without jacking up my circles too much. So I'm just dipping my brush handle. And of course, the bigger the brush handle, the bigger the circle. And I'm actually having to kind of swirl this one around to make it fit the whole inside of my etching, but that's fine too. Again, I don't go for perfection. I just go for fun. I know, I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun in Nashville. I cannot wait. And Penny, you're going to be there too, so I'm super excited about that. Like, literally, it's like, I cannot wait. And the fact that the theme is The Greatest Showman, like, that, like, is one of my favorite movies. I love it. I've only seen it a couple times, just because I have a hard time sitting down to watch movies, but man, when I seen it the first time, I was like, this is such a great movie. So I love that movie. So I'm excited. Super, super excited. These circles are going to be a pale yellow. Kind of like this color here. So I'm just going to use the same technique. I'm going to use my brush handle. And I'm going to swirl it around and get my little pale yellow dots on here. I'm jacking that dot up. Why is it doing that? I had too much paint on my brush. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. I'm going to come back and add some more onto this. That was just my first coat. I need to let it dry for a minute. We ain't going to leave it like that because that don't look all that great. We're going to work on it, okay? Okay. Then I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to end up using that dark color that I didn't use earlier on this. Because it is dark, but it almost doesn't, I mean, it looks, it's green, but it sort of don't really look that green. But we're going to go with it. So, we're going to do that same width of the brush. And I'm going to try to make these look, this one look different than the other one down here. But, you know, it might end up kind of looking similar, but that's fine, too. Can't win them all. Okay. All right, so we got those, and everything pretty much has one coat on it. Now I think we can flip it around. Let me just kind of flip it up to where you can sort of see it. Stephanie, make sure you put the exclamation point in front of notified. That way it'll send it to you, okay? The little chat bot is very finicky. I think these are dry, so let's do a second coat on these. The centers are going to be yellow, and I added like some little swirls in the center because I don't, you know, I like that whimsical stuff. I like cutesy stuff. So, all right, there we go. And then I'm going to do another coat on the leaves. I'm hoping I can get by with 2 coats. I don't know though. Might be a little, might end up having to do 3. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know though. White over a dark color sometimes can be fussy. Can be a little fussy. All right, so let's do that sage green and let's do our leaves again. Getting another coat on the leaves. So we want to make sure that when we add all the little details on this, that's when it kind of comes together. Listen, the fun stuff, the details are what make them. So. Okay, boom. So let's go up here and work on this little, whatever that is, print thingamabobber. Okay, so let's take, I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know, like I don't know if I want to do the orange or more of like a muted orange. Let's mix. And I also like to use my table as a mixing. Does anybody else do that? I literally have so much paint on this. And I put glue on it too, like a dummy. So I have glue on my table all the time. It's through Facebook, Regina. I'll message you and show you, and show you how to get to it. I'll Voxer you or I'll text you. It's through Facebook though. There's a few that are set up on Facebook that you can set up. I'll have to go back because I did it last year and I can't remember Did I miss something? I'm going back. Oh, no, sorry. Okay. But I'll send it to you. Oops, there we go. All right, so I wanted to kind of do like a little, what's it called? Gingham sort of pattern. So I'm going to come in and where they meet, I'm going to add a little bit of this orangey color on there. I might hate it. I ain't even gonna lie. I might not even like this, but let's see how it ends up looking. You know, sometimes you just don't know till you do it. And I could be hating it. I mean, it looked cute on my computer screen, but it's okay, I guess. Jan, make sure you put that, you put the exclamation point in front of notify. That way it will send it to you, okay? The chat bot is a little crazy. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I jacking it up? Probably. But I like that. That's okay. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to make it look like something. I don't know what, but something. Oh yes, Ash, yeah, that works better. Okay, just a little gingham print. Yeah. Thanks, Regina. That calls for a little tuna. A little tuna. Oh, that's a big old hunk. I ain't eating that. I love some saltine crackers. Crazy enough, I have to make sure and eat a lot of salt because if I don't eat a lot of salt, I get a migraine. So the saltine crackers help me out. A lot of times I have to make sure I eat because if I don't eat, I'm gonna get a migraine every stinking time without fail. Okay, so let's take my green and I'm gonna use that dang white with a little bit of this sagey color to tone this down just a smidge with like a dry brush over the top of it, kind of something like that. I don't know. It might turn out to be a wreck. But you know, you don't know till you do it. Well, Ashley, I don't know. Let's go back and let's add some more of this green on top of it. Oh yeah, okay, that makes it a little bit better. I mean, I'm not sold on it, but I'm going to use some of this lighter green. And I'm going to go in the in-between spaces and add a little bit of this lighter green, leaving the dark in the middle. Let's see what that does. I mean, I'm kind of digging that. Yeah, and I'll use my white to do all the little details. I mean the paint pen or something. Or something. I kind of feel like that green needs another coat because it's looking a little streaky. So let's throw another coat on that real quick. Because it doesn't look very nice. Looks a little streaky there. And I don't want it to look streaky. And it may not show up on your end, but on my end, it looked a little jacked. So, let's work on that. Okay. All right, sweet. Now let's paint in the centers of the flowers with that goldy yellow color. I got like 50 million brushes over here. I really need to put these in some water. Hold tight. Hold tight. Let's dump them. Let's do this golden yellow for the center. And then we can finish it off with some details here in just a minute after I get this done. I think I'm gonna do, I don't remember what color I did. Let me look at my picture over here. I think I did brown. Okay, so normally I do black outlines on things just because I love a black outline. I ain't even gonna lie. I love a good black outline. Okay, but on this one, I actually used brown when I was sketching it out. And it was by accident because I had black and then I was like filling the color and then I was like, oh, I think I might go with a little brown. So I think that's what I'm going to use on this one is brown instead of black. So, all right, let's blow dry this so that we can do the details, okay? And I need a brown paint pen. So I need to get my brown paint pen too. So let me do that. Let me put this to dry and then I'm gonna go get a brown paint pen. Them dots up there, they probably won't be dry till Jesus comes back, but it'll be okay. We're gonna go with it. Why does my tuna have these big old hunks in it? I'm not eating them. Do not like the big old hunks of tuna. The big old hard chunks. Must have didn't mix it up good enough. I can't decide if I want to do this brown. Meh, I don't know about that. I'm thinking this brown. I'm thinking this one. But, let's see. So I'm going to start by just going in and like tracing over. I might have to get my new one. And I mean, I could use some slick, but, or some puff paint, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go with, oh, I got plenty up in here. It's just wanting to be a little finicky today. And this is just a Posca pen. It is a brown. It's like the lighter brown. I don't, oh, it's called brown. Well, what the heck is this one called? Dark brown. Okay, never mind. And then I'm going to add the little lines for like the stitching. Just, all I'm doing is like some little lines. I'm gonna do that. I try to make sure they're kind of spaced out evenly, but you know what? We don't go for perfection here. Let me show you up close, okay? Little stitches. All right, and then I'm gonna add my centers to my flowers. I don't know that this is going to be light enough to show up. I mean, dark enough to show up when I outline these flowers. Let me see. Let me do one. Do I like that? I don't know. I think it's okay. I mean, I'm going on with it, so it must be okay because I'm just doing it. And then I'm going to take my green paint pen. I really hope this one's been opened. Nope, it ain't. Let me grab one that is new. Not new. This one is new. So I need to prime it. My sweet mama, she got me a bunch of Posca pens for Christmas. Bunch of paint pens. I'm not really going to do anything to these polka dots down here. But I am going to add some little dots in here. Just to zhuzh it up a little bit. Make it look cute and stuff. And then I'm going to go around the edge with that. Okay, let's pull all these to the back there so I can twist this around. Because I'm left-handed. Okay, so let's do this line here. It almost kind of blends in with the, what you call it. And I'm gonna do a little swirl in the, actually, it doesn't end up looking like a swirl, so I don't know. I might end up coming back with some black on this. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know. It's like when you paint, like, as crazy as it sounds, it's like you do it and then like you look at it and then it's like, I guess what you're just used to. But I don't know. I just be liking that black. It's just what you get used to, friend. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why? I think the black just makes it pop. That's just me. Like, I mean, I can still use this brown, but I'm going to use the black to kind of give it some. I'll use like a thinner black. I have like a really thin paint pen that I'll use. I mean, this is cute, but I don't know. Thanks, Sherry. How are you? Listen, I almost sent you a message because I couldn't remember if you told me that you already had something planned the weekend of Brooke's retreat, but I was like, she needs to come because she has some tickets that opened up. And I'm like, I need her to come. But I think you told me that you had something that weekend already planned and the reason you couldn't come. But then I couldn't remember, and I was like, well, I'll message her, and then I forgot to message you. Story of my life. Okay, so we did our little sketching on that, and then I'm just going to go around with the line there. There's that. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so stinking cute. Look at it. Looks like somebody sewed that mug right together. Sewed it right together. All right, so then we're going to do the same thing up here. And like I said, these little white dots are going to take a while to dry. It might be at the rapture, but they'll be dry. Because I put them on. That's the thing about if you use like your brush handle sometimes. Like it takes a little while for them to dry. But it looks good. Alright, so then let's add our little stitches up here. Where these join. Okay, so that's all our little stitches. And that's pretty much like everything that, you know, I would want to do to it if that is a grandma carrot. Yes. I know. Cancel them plans, Sherry. Just cancel them. I thought that's what you had told me, but then I was like, well, maybe I just put that in my own head. You know how you do that sometimes? Or you dream about something and then you think it was real? I do that a lot. So, I think I'm going to do black. okay? But I need to find my thin black pen. I had it yesterday, and I really need to clean my studio up. I'm not even going to try to lie about it. I'm not even going to try to pretend like my studio's clean, because it ain't. It is literally a wreck. I used to try and, like, my husband was like, Ashley, you need to keep this. Thank you, Cindy. Sydney. Sorry, Sydney. Listen, I can't see good, okay? I hope I pronounced that right. My husband said, Ashley, when you get that studio at home, you're going to keep that thing clean. You can't be letting it get a wreck. I was like, yeah, I will. My mom got me these for Christmas. I'm not exactly sure where they came from, but probably maybe Hobby Lobby or something. I don't know. Oh, Walmart. They're called Hello Hobby, like fine liner pens. I'm liking them. Hashtag Walmart. I need to send y'all a link for those. I'll come back and link those for y'all, but they are really good. Like, I love them. And you get like you get 12 of them, and they range from like 0.01 all the way up to 4. So you have like a teeny tiny one all the way up to like the 4, which is this a little bit bigger. So that just kind of lets you see like the like Sydney, Australia. I would like to go to Australia, but I don't like to fly. I do not like to fly. I'm a big old wuss. One of my friends went to Australia when she was in college, and oh, I got the wrong dang. I got a 1.0. I need a little bit bigger, and she loved it, but I don't know. I'm just a scaredy cat. And I don't want to be a scaredy cat, but I can't help it. I'm just a scaredy cat. Okay, so I'm just going to use the black to kind of add in just some really quick, like, whimsical lines on my... I'm not worried about the fact that I'm staying over on the brown lines. I just want to add a little, I feel like I need this black, okay? And when you feel like you need it, just go for it. I mean, I don't want to overdo it, but I also don't want to, like, not do enough, you know? I mean, you'll have those days. So I'm like, I feel like I need it. And I need a white pen to add a little highlight. I want to add a little highlight in my little circles here. So I'm going to come in and do like, and I'm alternating them so they're not all on the same side, because that's no fun. And that black, actually, I'm kind of liking the black. I'll do the whole outline a little bit later. So I think now I can get my good little swirl that I wanted in the center by doing this. Yes, this is all I needed right here, was a little black. And I'm gonna add in the little, I actually forgot to do brown on that one leaf right there. So I'm just going in and adding my little swirl, and I'm adding my black around it. Like I said, I'm a sucker for a black outline. I just like a black outline. And I know we don't have black. Yes, it does. It just makes everything pop. You know, I know we don't have black outlines around us like cartoon characters, but I just like the way it looks, okay? So, and once you get used to doing it, it's like, it's hard to not do it. So, I have done a few things where I've not used black outlines, but very rarely. And I do like to use like the puff paint, but I just decided against that today on here because I don't know why. I did. So, there's that. Let's flip that around. And I'm going to come back and do the outline around the carrot here in just a second. And when I'm doing my black, I don't care if I'm not exactly like on that brown outline all the way. If it's beside it a little bit or they don't line up just exactly right, I don't stress over it. Like, I just go in and do it really quick because these are thin lines, so it's fine. And actually, I could do like a cute, like little swirly line around the carrot. I might do that. Too late. I might do it. I am doing it. Oh, yes. That's what I needed. The brown is straight. And then I did like the little... Oh, I forgot to do the brown right there. Hold up. Hold up. I literally skipped a whole flower and the whole side over here. Oh, and I skipped a leaf too. Good grief. Alright, so we're going to come over and I'm just doing a really wavy, like squiggly little line all the way around my carrot. Shut up. This is adorable. Stop it right now. And, you know, I feel like there's something I don't know about these right yet. I just ain't, I don't know. Let me look at it. Let me marinate on it. What y'all think? I think it's kind of cute. Yeah. It's looking very cute. Very, very cute. So I do feel like I need to do like a little something in here. I wonder if it'd be cute to write something right there. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you could write something there if you wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone because I'm gonna get a little crazy with it if I don't. Let's go in here and let's do the little black in there. And then maybe let's do a little black there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in right here. I'll probably just jack this up. But no, it needed it. It totally needed it. And I'm gonna do like a little bit of a different pattern here. This is what I do every time I paint something. Oh, I messed it up. No, maybe it didn't. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jan. Thanks, Sherry. Thank you so much. Thanks, Penny. So I think that black in these two just helped it a little bit. I feel like it helped. So, how cute is she? We need to put a little bow on her and some twine. My twine and my bow is, my twine is not over here. My husband's been using my stuff up here, y'all. He's always using my stuff. So, let's put a little twine on it. And yeah, and I'll, of course I'll post a pic, because you know, it's what I do. Be posting pictures. But I think she turned out pretty stinking cute. And I was excited to paint this one. I'm actually going to go and work on the chicken necks that was in that group or that bundle that I drew out. So I'm gonna go and work on the chicken next. I'm gonna go make a bow for it. So I'll share the pic with the bow and all that in a little bit. So I'm glad y'all hung out with me this afternoon and while I'm painting. Yeah, I don't go live often, but I'm glad y'all hung out with me. So hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I'll see y'all next time. Love y'all big.